wanted to look at the documented material myself, so I headed to the city library in Gothenburg, Sweden. And while I now know I probably should have worn some better city clothes for the library, I was able to take a look at some of the texts which seemed to discuss the berserker state. This is what it said. It began with shivering, chattering of the teeth, and a chill in the body, and then the face would swell up and change color. With this came great hot-headedness, which at last gave into a great rage, under which they howled as wild animals, bit the edge of their shields, and cut down everything they met without discriminating between friend or foe. When this condition seized, a great dulling of the mind and feebleness followed, which could last for one or several days. This is where modern scholars seem to speculate a little bit, because nobody wrote that it was a drug-induced state caused by any one specific drug. It's just not how it was written about in the text. So we would have to interpret and say, well, that's not a very normal state. Maybe it was induced by something else. And because there are so many misconceptions about Amanita muscaria, people tie it to the mushroom. So I really wanted to ask Amanita Dreamer, who has the most experience that I know of anyone with this mushroom, does she see that as logical? Could she imagine this mushroom giving that state?
There's very little of that that's accurate under the influence of Amanita. The giving over to that calmer side makes sense, but it doesn't make you rage or, I mean, I've done ceremonies with so many people now at high doses, and even if they get up and get trippy with it, it's not an anger, ragey, inducing kind of thing. If anything, it's very focusing and very, it fills you full of motivation and positivity. This face swelling, that's just not even a thing. But it makes you hot and sweaty, not cold. It'll make you sweaty, and like my face will get really red. And I get fast and busy because it's a stimulant, but this whole portrayal of it just really does not match this mushroom at all.
And what about the days of...
No. If you take a really high, you can't take a high enough dose. Eating it all.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again, it's Kamara. Dodges him at the 50. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This 2nd and 4. Kamara trying the right side. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start the drive with Vaughn. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. Ronnie Harrison that time able to make the tackle.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. To the 27-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It's caught left side by Cooks. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play. Vaughn on the handoff.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
This will be caught just inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. On the ground with Vaughn. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside. And he does exactly.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Saints.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense.
Get out.
And the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Let's go now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Perry, the man in motion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check, man. Check, man.
Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Again, a run with Vaughn. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Dobbins running out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? When you go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an intercept, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll run with Dobbins. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Handoff coming left is Vaughn. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is indeed good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Now back to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Lou Hedley now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of looking behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
We did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Vaughn. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Dobbins trying the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Running behind center with Vaughn. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
There's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 4 there. It's 3rd down.
Well, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say win. When you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
That is caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
God damn, man. What the fuck? She went with the run, boy.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and then ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
A point after, good by Gruber. And the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he'll be out right at the 35. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. Running to the right, this is Vaughn. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run guys step downfield and man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. There's Tolbert. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Prescott to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. No surprise there. Chase Young makes that play with a sack.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
just because you got the land in fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. On the return, here comes Newsom. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, he goes right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. So a nice throw there, and CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
On second down, Camaro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Say it like you mean it. What you got? Come on, let's go. Show 'em what you got. Big play here, boys. Big play. Let's go.
Here we go.
The offense on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete to Newsom. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Okay, ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Ready, ready.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 1st down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the 1st down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the posts. Go up 2 scores.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 14-3. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Here's Dak. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. And that one, Charles, is just going to about